The information provided in this video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended as, and shall not be understood or construed as medical or health advice. The content of this presentation is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have seen in this video. She was 32 years old, a mom of 2 from Dayton, Ohio, and she felt completely and utterly invisible. For a decade, her life had been a revolving door of failed diets. Keto made her feel sluggish and deprived. Paleo was expensive and unsustainable. She'd counted every calorie, weighed every portion of chicken breast, and chugged gallons of water until she felt sick. Each attempt would start with a surge of hope and end, a few weeks or months later, with a quiet sense of shame as the weight crept back on, often bringing a few extra pounds with it as a cruel souvenir. To her, the mirror wasn't a reflection. It was a report card, and she was failing. Then late one Tuesday night, scrolling through her phone to numb the frustration, she saw it. Not another ad for a miracle pill or a grueling workout program. It was a 60-second video of a woman about her age with a similar starting story. But the video wasn't about losing weight. The caption just said, "My 1-year glow-up journey." And the transformation was staggering. It wasn't just that the woman was thinner. Her eyes were brighter. She carried herself differently. She was laughing, trying on new clothes, radiating a kind of confidence that felt like a superpower. And in that moment, something clicked. It wasn't about a diet. It was about a glow-up. 1 year later, that mom from Ohio isn't just 80 pounds lighter. She's running her first 10K, she's taken up painting, and she says for the first time in her adult life, she feels like the main character in her own story. Her journey, and thousands like it, reveal a seismic shift in how America is thinking about health, weight, and identity. And it exposes a fundamental secret that the multi-billion-dollar weight loss industry is terrified of you discovering. If her story sounds even vaguely familiar, you are not alone. Right now, nearly half of all American adults are actively trying to lose weight. Think about that. Walk through any mall, any office, any grocery store in this country, and 1 out of every 2 people you see is in a private, and often lonely, battle with their own body. It's a battle we've been conditioned to believe is a simple matter of personal willpower. Eat less, move more. If you can't do it, that's a personal failing. You're lazy. You're undisciplined. You lack motivation. This narrative is the bedrock of the $76 billion U.S. weight loss industry. An industry that, by the way, has a success rate lower than the odds of getting into Harvard. It's an empire built not on your success, but on your repeated attempts. It thrives on the cycle of hope, effort, frustration, and failure. It sells you the program, and when it doesn't work long-term, it sells you another one, masterfully convincing you that the product wasn't the problem, you were. But something is changing. A quiet rebellion is brewing. Not in clinics or corporate boardrooms, but on our phone screens. It's the rise of the glow-up. The term itself is brilliant. It reframes the entire goal. The old way was about reduction, about becoming less. You lose weight. You shrink your waistline. You restrict your food. It's a language of scarcity and punishment. The glow-up is about addition, about becoming more. You gain confidence. You build strength. You add energy. You radiate light. It's a holistic transformation that treats weight loss not as the miserable, all-consuming goal, but as a fantastic side effect of a much bigger, more exciting project. Building a life you are genuinely in love with. This isn't just semantics. It's a profound psychological shift. It's the difference between renovating a house because you hate it and renovating it because you love it and want it to be the best possible version of itself. One is a chore, fueled by negativity. The other is a passion project, fueled by possibility. These viral transformations you see online are more than just inspiring before and after pictures. They are a roadmap. They are proof that a different path exists. But they also create a minefield of confusion. What are they actually doing? Is it a secret supplement? A specific workout routine? A new age mindset hack? The internet is now flooded with so-called gurus and influencers, each pushing their own one true way to achieve this incredible change. The signal is buried under an avalanche of noise. Keto, carnivore, intermittent fasting, Ozempic, cold plunges, zone 2 cardio, 75 hard. It's an overwhelming storm of conflicting information, leaving most people paralyzed, not knowing where to even begin. They see the destination, that glowing, confident version of themselves, But the map looks like 1,000 tangled threads leading in every direction. That is why we're making this. Over the next 10 parts, we are going on an investigation. We're not here to sell you a diet plan or a workout app. We are here to decode the glow-up phenomenon from the inside out. We're going to pull back the curtain and dissect what is actually working for thousands of regular Americans right now in the real world. We will explore the psychology of transformation, uncovering the mental frameworks that separate lasting change from another failed New Year's resolution. We will dive deep into the science of metabolism and nutrition, cutting through the fads to reveal the core principles of fueling your body for energy and health, not just for weight loss. We'll analyze the role of community and technology, and how leveraging them correctly can be the difference between quitting after a week and building a lifestyle that lasts forever. We are going to talk to the people who've done it, sift through the data, and consult with the experts who aren't trying to sell you something. Our goal is to give you a clear, comprehensive blueprint. Not a rigid set of rules, but a fundamental understanding of the principles behind America's most stunning transformations, so you can build your own. Because the truth is, the system has been rigged against you. You've been taught to focus on the wrong things, to measure the wrong metrics, and to blame yourself for a process that was designed to fail. The journey to a healthier, more vibrant life shouldn't feel like a punishment. It should feel like an awakening. It should be exciting. It should feel like you are finally truly coming home to yourself. But to start that journey, we first have to shatter the foundation upon which every failed diet is built. It's a single pervasive lie that has been whispered in our ears for decades by doctors, trainers, and food companies alike. It is the single biggest obstacle standing between you and your own glow up. And it's so deeply embedded in our culture that you probably believe it's an undisputed fact of science. The fact is a lie. And the lie is this: a calorie is a calorie. It's the foundational rule of every diet plan you've ever seen. The mathematical equation for weight loss. Burn more calories than you eat and you will lose weight. It's simple. It's logical. And it is the most damaging piece of misinformation in the history of health and nutrition. It's the reason why 95% of diets fail. It's the reason you can starve yourself for weeks, lose 10 pounds, and then gain back 15. Because your body is not a bomb calorimeter. It's not a simple furnace that just burns fuel. Your body is the most complex biological system we know of, and it treats different fuels in profoundly different ways. Think of it like this. Imagine you have two cars, both with a 10-gallon gas tank. You fill the first car with 10 gallons of premium, high-octane gasoline. You fill the second car with 10 gallons of maple syrup. Now, according to the a gallon is a gallon logic, both cars should be able to drive the same distance, right? They both have the same quantity of fuel. But we all know what would happen. The first car would run beautifully. The second car would sputter, choke, and its engine would be completely destroyed. Why? Because the quality and type of fuel matters infinitely more than the quantity. The engine is designed to run on a specific kind of fuel, and giving it the wrong kind creates a catastrophic system failure. Your body is that engine, and the calories you eat are the fuel. 100 calories of avocado and 100 calories of soda are not the same. They are not even in the same universe. When those two different types of calories enter your body, they set off a completely different cascade of hormonal signals. They give your body two completely different sets of instructions. The avocado, rich in healthy fats and fiber, provides a slow, steady release of energy. It tells your body, "We're good. We have stable fuel. Burn this for energy. Build healthy cells. There's no emergency." It promotes satiety, meaning you feel full and satisfied. The soda, on the other hand, is a 5-alarm fire. That blast of pure sugar hits your bloodstream like a tidal wave. It sends a panic signal to your pancreas, screaming, "Emergency! We have a toxic level of sugar in the blood. Get it out now." In response, your body releases a flood of a powerful hormone. This hormone is the single most important factor in whether you store fat or burn it. It is the master traffic cop for all the energy in your body. That hormone is insulin. Insulin's primary job is to get sugar out of the bloodstream and into your cells for energy. But when there's way too much sugar at once, like from that can of soda, your cells can only take so much. The rest has to go somewhere. So insulin, in its infinite wisdom, gives the command: convert this excess sugar into fat and store it. Put it in the belly. Put it in the thighs. Put it in the liver. Just get it out of the blood. Insulin is, fundamentally, a fat storage hormone. When insulin levels are high, your body is physically incapable of burning stored body fat for energy. It's like a one-way switch. High insulin means fat storage is turned on. Fat burning is turned off. So, those 100 calories from the soda didn't just provide energy. They spiked your insulin, shut down your fat-burning machinery, and instructed your body to create and store new fat. And because your blood sugar then crashes an hour later, you feel hungry again, creating a vicious cycle of craving, eating, spiking, crashing, and storing. Now, compare that to the 100 calories from the avocado. It barely raises your insulin at all. It keeps the fat-burning switch turned on, keeps you full for hours. Same number of calories. Radically different hormonal and therefore fat-storing response. This isn't theory. This is basic biology. So how did we get it so wrong for so long? How did the entire world get brainwashed into obsessively counting these meaningless numbers? The story begins, strangely enough, in the field of physics. The calorie was originally defined in the 1800s as the amount of energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius. It was a measure of heat. Scientists would literally take a piece of food, put it in a device called a calorimeter, burn it to ash, and measure how much it heated the surrounding water. That's how they determined a food's calorie count. They were measuring the raw heat potential of food, completely ignoring the complex hormonal and metabolic effects it has inside a living, breathing human being. Your stomach is not a furnace. This flawed model was supercharged in the mid-20th century by a scientist named Ancel Keys and his now infamous 7 countries study. Keys cherry-picked data to create a link between saturated fat, cholesterol, and heart disease. This sparked a global panic. Fat, which is very calorie-dense at 9 calories per gram, became public enemy number 1. The US government issued its first dietary guidelines in 1980, officially telling Americans to cut back on fat and eat more carbohydrates. And the food industry rejoiced. They stripped the fat out of everything: yogurt, cookies, salad dressing, you name it. But when you take the fat out of food, you take out the flavor. So what did they replace it with? Sugar, and high fructose corn syrup, and 1,000 other processed carbohydrates. They slapped low-fat and healthy choice labels on the boxes, and we bought it. Literally, we started eating more carbs and more sugar than at any point in human history, all while diligently counting our calories and fat grams. And what happened? We got fatter and sicker. Rates of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome didn't just rise. They exploded. We were following the rules. We were eating less and moving more. We were choosing the low-fat options. But we were fighting a battle against our own biology. Every time we ate one of those low-fat, high-sugar processed foods, we were spiking our insulin, shutting off our ability to burn fat, and making ourselves hungrier. We were trapped on a hormonal roller coaster, blaming our lack of willpower when it was the food itself that was engineered to keep us coming back for more. This is the cycle that the people in these glow-up videos finally broke. They didn't succeed by finding some magic pill or by simply starving themselves with more discipline than the rest of us. They succeeded because they stopped playing the calorie counting game, a game that is rigged for you to lose. They stopped treating their body like a simple calculator and started treating it like a complex chemical system. They shifted their focus from the quantity of their food to the quality. They stopped asking, "How many calories does this have?" and started asking, "What will this food instruct my body to do?" By changing the type of food they were eating, they fundamentally changed their hormonal environment. They lowered their insulin. They turned the fat-burning switch back on. They allowed their bodies to finally tap into their own stored energy effortlessly. They weren't just losing weight. They were healing their metabolism from the inside out. They escaped the prison of food obsession because they understood the real enemy wasn't the number on the scale. The real enemy was a lifetime of flawed advice, built on a foundation of bad science. But understanding the lie is only the first step. The next is understanding the truth. If calories aren't the key, what is? If the secret isn't in your calorie tracker, where do you find it? It's hidden in plain sight, in the master biological system that controls not just your weight, but your energy, your mood, and your hunger. It's the system that corporate food giants have spent billions to hijack. And learning how to take back control of that system is the real secret behind every single lasting transformation you've ever seen. So let's pull back the curtain on this hijack system. It's not some abstract scientific concept. It's a drama that plays out inside your body, every single day with every single meal. And the main character in this drama is a hormone you've definitely heard of: insulin. Now, you might associate insulin with diabetes, but its role is far more fundamental. Think of insulin as the traffic cop for your body's energy. When you eat, especially carbohydrates and sugar, Your body breaks them down into glucose, which is blood sugar. This glucose enters your bloodstream, and that's the signal for insulin to show up. Insulin's job is to direct that glucose out of your blood and into your cells to be used for energy. It's a perfect, elegant system when it works. The problem is, the modern American diet has thrown a wrench into the whole operation. The refined carbs, the hidden sugars, the processed everything. It's like unleashing a fire hose of glucose into your bloodstream all at once. Your body panics. It screams for insulin, and your pancreas, trying to be the hero, releases a massive flood of it to deal with the emergency. This huge insulin wave does its job, alright? Does it too well. It shoves all that glucose out of your blood so aggressively that your blood sugar doesn't just return to normal. It plummets. Crashes. This is the blood sugar roller coaster. And it's the single most important and most overlooked factor in weight gain, energy levels, and mood in America today. Let's walk through a typical day for someone we'll call Jessica. Jessica is trying to lose weight. She's motivated. She wants that glow up. She starts her day like millions of Americans, with what she believes is a healthy breakfast. A bowl of heart-healthy whole-grain cereal with skim milk, and a large glass of orange juice. Sounds good, right? The box has all the right buzzwords. But here's what's happening inside her body. That cereal, despite its healthy marketing, is highly processed. It's rapidly digested into sugar. The skim milk has sugar. And the orange juice? It's basically sugar water, stripped of the fiber that would have slowed its absorption. Within minutes, Jessica's blood sugar skyrockets. It's the top of the roller coaster. For a brief moment, she feels good, energized, ready to take on the day. But behind the scenes, the panic alarm is sounding. Her pancreas unleashes that flood of insulin. And by 10 a.m., as she's sitting at her desk trying to focus, the crash comes. Her blood sugar has nosedived. Her brain, which runs on glucose, is now starved for energy. Suddenly, she feels foggy, irritable. Her focus is gone. And a new, powerful feeling is taking over. A craving. Her body isn't just asking for food. It's screaming for a quick fix. It wants more sugar, and it wants it now to get blood sugar levels back up. This isn't a failure of willpower. It's a biological command. It's a survival instinct. So she grabs a granola bar from her desk drawer, another healthy choice packed with hidden sugars, or she heads to the break room for a donut someone brought in. She gets that quick hit. The roller coaster starts its climb all over again. Lunchtime rolls around. Still feeling the after effects of her morning, she opts for something quick and easy. A turkey sandwich on whole wheat bread, a bag of baked chips, and a diet soda. The whole wheat bread, which sounds healthy, is often just white flour with some coloring, and it hits her bloodstream almost as fast as pure sugar. The baked chips are still processed carbs. The diet soda, while having no sugar, has its own problems. Studies suggest artificial sweeteners can still trigger an insulin response and can mess with the gut microbiome, actually increasing cravings for real sugar later on. So, once again, she gets a spike followed by the inevitable crash. This is the 3 p.m. slump that so many of us know so well. It's that moment where you feel like you could fall asleep right at your desk. Your energy is gone, your motivation has evaporated, and all you can think about is getting through the rest of the day. What's causing it? It's the roller coaster yet again. It's the insulin-driven crash from her lunch. Her body is once again in a low blood sugar state, sending out powerful signals for more energy. So what does she do? She reaches for a caramel latte or an energy drink. More sugar, more caffeine. A temporary patch that just sends the roller coaster careening up one more peak, guaranteeing another crash later. By the time Jessica gets home from work, she's exhausted. Not just from her day, but from the metabolic chaos she's been unknowingly putting her body through. She's been on this roller coaster for 10 hours straight. The last thing she has the energy for is cooking a complex, healthy meal. She's drained. She craves comfort. She craves ease. So she orders a pizza or makes a big bowl of pasta or gets Chinese takeout. More refined carbs. Another massive glucose spike. But here's the final insidious twist. When insulin is constantly elevated from this all-day roller coaster, it does more than just lower blood sugar. Insulin is a fat storage hormone. Its primary job is to store excess energy. When insulin is high, it literally locks your fat cells, preventing your body from burning its own stored fat for fuel. So even though Jessica might not be eating a truly massive number of calories, her hormonal state is telling her body, store fat. Do not burn fat. She's in a metabolic prison, and the food she's eating is both the warden and the walls. She finishes dinner, and the final insulin spike of the day hits. This often leads to poor sleep, because blood sugar fluctuations overnight can disrupt sleep cycles. She might wake up in the middle of the night, and when she wakes up in the morning, she's not rested. She's groggy, her stress hormones are elevated, and her body is already craving a quick hit of energy to get going. So what does she reach for? That same box of cereal and glass of orange juice. The ride starts all over again. This cycle is the invisible enemy. It's why eat less, move more is such a frustrating and ineffective piece of advice for so many. You can't outrun a bad diet not because of the calories but because of the hormonal chaos it creates. It's why people feel like they have no willpower. Their willpower is being chemically sabotaged hour by hour by the very food they're told is acceptable, even healthy. The architects of the modern food system know this. They have spent billions of dollars engineering products to hit that bliss point, that perfect combination of sugar, salt, and fat that sends our brain's reward centers into overdrive, overriding our natural signals of fullness and satisfaction. They have created foods that are designed to put you on this roller coaster and keep you there. Because a craving customer is a repeat customer. Every viral glow up, every story of someone who not only lost the weight but kept it off, who regained their energy and transformed their life, has one thing in common. Consciously or not, they stepped off this roller coaster. They broke out of the metabolic prison. They stopped fighting their own biology and started working with it. They didn't achieve it through sheer white-knuckled willpower. They did it by changing the food, which in turn rewired the system. It quieted the cravings, stabilized their energy, and unlocked their body's natural ability to burn fat. So the real question isn't how do I lose weight? The real question is, how do I get off the ride? Getting off the ride starts with understanding the machine. And I'm not talking about a treadmill or an elliptical. I'm talking about the most complex, most sophisticated, and most misunderstood machine on the planet, your own body. For decades, we've been told to treat our bodies like a simple calculator. Calories in, calories out. If the number on the scale is too high, just subtract more calories or add more exercise. Simple math, they said. But if it were that simple, wouldn't we all have solved the equation by now? The truth is, your body isn't a calculator. It's a chemistry lab. And the most powerful chemical reaction happening inside you, the one that dictates whether you store fat or burn it, has almost nothing to do with how many calories you eat. It has everything to do with what you eat and the hormonal response it triggers. Think of your body like a state-of-the-art hybrid car. It's designed with two fuel tanks. The first tank is small. It holds glucose, which comes from carbohydrates and sugar. This is your high-performance, fast-burning fuel. It's great for a quick burst of speed like sprinting away from a predator, or in modern times sprinting to catch the bus. This glucose tank is always easy to access, but it runs out fast. And when it gets low, a loud blaring alarm goes off in your brain. Feed me now. That's a craving. That's the hanger. That's the 3 p.m. slump that sends you running to the vending machine. But here's the secret. Your body also has a second fuel tank. This tank is massive. It holds your stored body fat. This isn't high-octane racing fuel. This is clean, steady, long-burning energy. It's the energy source that allowed our ancestors to survive long winters, to go days without a successful hunt. It's the fuel that provides stable, all-day energy without the crashes, the cravings, or the brain fog. When you're burning fat for fuel, your body is in a state of clean efficiency. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. This ability to seamlessly switch between the two fuel tanks, from burning sugar to burning fat, is a biological superpower. It's called metabolic flexibility, and almost every single person who has achieved one of these stunning viral weight loss glow-ups has, whether they knew the scientific term or not, reclaimed this superpower. So, if we all have this giant fuel tank of clean energy just waiting to be used, why are so many of us running on empty, constantly searching for our next sugar fix? Because somewhere along the way we lost the key to the second tank. More accurately, the key was taken from us. To understand how, we need to go back in time to the late 1970s and 80s. This was the dawn of a new era in American health, the low-fat craze. Fueled by questionable science and powerful marketing, a simple, seductive idea took hold of the nation. Fat is the enemy. Dietary fat, we were told, makes you fat. It clogs your arteries and gives you heart attacks. The message was plastered on every cereal box, every yogurt cup, every TV commercial. Fat-free. Low-fat. 99% fat-free. It became the ultimate badge of health. So we did what we were told. We dutifully threw out the butter and embraced margarine. We swapped whole milk for skim. We trimmed every last bit of fat off our steaks and replaced eggs and bacon with toast and orange juice. The food industry, seeing a golden opportunity, reformulated everything. They took the fat out of cookies, crackers, salad dressings, and frozen dinners. But here's the problem. When you take fat out of food, you take out the flavor and the texture. The food becomes bland, unsatisfying cardboard. So, to make it palatable again, to make us want to buy it, they had to add something back in. And what they added was sugar. Mountains of it. High fructose corn syrup, sucrose, dextrose, maltodextrin. Dozens of different names for the same thing. Suddenly, America was swimming in a sea of low-fat, high-sugar processed foods. We thought we were making the healthy choice. We were following the official guidelines. But we were unknowingly conducting a massive, uncontrolled experiment on our own bodies. We had stopped eating the one nutrient that provides long, stable energy and signals to our brain that we're full fat, and replaced it with the one nutrient that puts us on that blood sugar roller coaster. Sugar and refined carbohydrates. We basically disconnected our primary fuel line from the big, efficient fat tank and jerry-rigged our entire system to run exclusively on the small, volatile sugar tank. We became a nation of sugar burners. And in doing so, we locked away our own body fat, making it almost impossible to access. The gatekeeper, the warden that stands guard over your fat stores, is a hormone. Its name is insulin. You've probably heard of it in the context of diabetes, but insulin's role is crucial for every single person. When you eat carbohydrates or sugar, your blood sugar rises. In response, your pancreas releases insulin. Insulin's job is to take that sugar out of your bloodstream and shuttle it into your cells for immediate energy. It's like a traffic cop directing cars off a busy highway. But insulin has another, critically important job. It's a storage hormone. When your cells have all the immediate energy they need, insulin takes the leftover sugar and stores it for later. First, it refills that small glucose tank in your liver and muscles. But that tank fills up fast. Once it's full, insulin directs all the rest of that excess sugar to be converted and stored in the one place with unlimited capacity: your fat cells. But here is the single most important piece of information in this entire story. This is the secret key. As long as insulin is elevated, your body is in storage mode. And when you are in storage mode, you are physically incapable of being in burning mode. Insulin literally locks the gate to your fat cells. It prevents your body from accessing that huge, clean-burning fuel tank. Think about it. It makes perfect sense from a biological perspective. Why would your body burn its stored fuel if a flood of new, easy-to-use fuel is constantly pouring in? It wouldn't. It would store it. So let's look at the modern American diet. A bowl of heart-healthy cereal with skim milk, and a glass of orange juice for breakfast. Huge insulin spike. A low-fat sandwich on whole wheat bread with a bag of baked chips for lunch. Huge insulin spike. A handful of pretzels or a granola bar for a mid-afternoon snack. Another insulin spike. A pasta dinner with a side of bread. Massive insulin spike. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, we are bathing our bodies in insulin. We are keeping the gatekeeper on duty 24/7. We're constantly in storage mode. We're fueling ourselves with foods that actively prevent us from burning fat, all while our own fat stores, our perfect native fuel source, remain locked away, inaccessible. This is why the calories in, calories out model is a tragic oversimplification. A 200-calorie serving of avocado, which is mostly fat and has a minimal impact on insulin, is processed by your body in a completely different way than a 200-calorie low-fat muffin packed with sugar and refined flour, which sends your insulin through the roof. One promotes satiety and hormonal balance. The other promotes fat storage and hunger. It's not about the calories. It's about the hormonal instruction you are giving your body with every single bite. The men and women in these viral transformation videos, the ones who seem to have defied the laws of weight loss, didn't find a magic pill. They didn't discover some superhuman source of willpower. They simply changed the instructions they were giving their bodies. They stopped eating the foods that spike insulin all day long. They stepped off the roller coaster. And by lowering their insulin levels, the gatekeeper stepped aside. The lock on their fat cells clicked open, and for the first time in years, their bodies were finally able to access that massive dormant fuel tank. They retrained their bodies to become metabolically flexible. They turned themselves from sugar burners back into fat burners. The weight loss wasn't the goal. It was the inevitable side effect of fixing the underlying hormonal problem. They didn't just lose weight. They healed their metabolism. And that's the real glow up. It's not just about what you see on the outside. It's about the profound biological shift happening on the inside. So if the key is to control insulin to finally unlock that fat-burning superpower, what does that actually look like on your plate? What do you eat, and perhaps more importantly, what do you stop eating? The answer lies in dismantling a myth that was hammered into our heads for decades. A colorful little triangle that promised health but, for millions, delivered the exact opposite. I'm talking about the old food pyramid. Remember it? A massive base of bread, cereal, rice, and pasta, 6 to 11 servings a day. With fats and oils demonized, relegated to a tiny little tip at the top, to be used sparingly. This wasn't just misguided advice. For our biology, it was a declaration of war. That giant base of carbohydrates, especially the refined, processed kind, is a non-stop VIP invitation for insulin to come out and party. Every bowl of cereal, every sandwich on white bread, every plate of pasta was another signal to our bodies to stop burning fat and start storing it. We were told to fear fat, the one macronutrient that has a minimal effect on insulin, and to load up on the very things that keep the fat storage hormone on high alert 24/7. It's no wonder we got sick. It's no wonder the transformation felt impossible. We were following the enemy's battle plan. So, to truly take control, to flip that metabolic switch, we don't need a complicated diet. We need to identify the 3 primary saboteurs that are keeping our insulin levels chronically high. Think of them as the 3 horsemen of the metabolic apocalypse. The first and most obvious is sugar. But it's far more cunning than you think. This isn't just about the soda, the candy bars, or the cake. That's amateur-level sugar. The real enemy is the sugar in disguise, the hidden agent lurking in places you'd never expect. It's the high-fructose corn syrup in your ketchup, the evaporated cane juice in your healthy granola bar, the brown rice syrup in your organic protein bar. It's the shocking amount of sugar in your favorite flavored yogurt, which can often rival a can of Coke. It's in salad dressings, pasta sauces, and breads. Food manufacturers have become masters of camouflage, using over 60 different names for sugar on ingredient labels. Knowing that if we saw sugar, sugar, and more sugar, we'd run. Every time we consume these hidden sugars, even in so-called health foods, we're sending a direct signal to the pancreas. Release the insulin. We've got a sugar flood coming in. Shut down fat burning and store. It creates a vicious cycle. The insulin spike clears the sugar from your blood, leading to a crash a couple of hours later. That crash triggers intense cravings for, you guessed it, more sugar and more carbs. You're not weak-willed. You're caught in a hormonal trap set by the very food you're eating. The second horseman is sugar's closest accomplice, refined carbohydrates. This is the stuff that formed the foundation of the old food pyramid. White bread, pasta, white rice, crackers, and cereals. Our bodies are incredibly efficient machines, and when you eat these foods, your digestive system sees them for what they are: long chains of sugar molecules. It breaks them down so quickly that their effect on your blood sugar and insulin is almost identical to eating table sugar straight from the spoon. That healthy whole wheat sandwich with processed deli meat? Metabolically, it's not that different from a candy bar. That bowl of cornflakes? It might as well be a bowl of sugar because that's how your body treats it. This is why you feel that classic 3 p.m. slump. Your carb-heavy lunch caused a massive insulin surge to deal with the glucose spike. But insulin often overcorrects, pushing your blood sugar too low, leaving you foggy, irritable, and desperate for another hit of quick energy to pick you back up. You reach for a cookie or another coffee with sugar, and the whole roller coaster starts over again. It's a cycle of energy peaks and valleys that leaves you drained and ensures your body never gets a chance to tap into its own fat stores for fuel. The third horseman is the most insidious, the one most people have never even heard of: industrial seed oils. This is the silent inflammation agent hiding in plain sight. I'm talking about soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, cottonseed, safflower, and sunflower oils. These are not the healthy, traditional fats our ancestors ate. They are modern, factory-made fats, extracted from seeds using high heat, pressure, and chemical solvents. They are incredibly unstable and high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, in the massive quantities we now consume them, are highly inflammatory. And they are everywhere. They are the primary oil used in restaurants for deep frying. They are the base for most salad dressings, mayonnaises, and margarines. They are in your chips, your crackers, your baked goods, and virtually every other processed food item on the shelf. Why does this matter for weight loss? Because chronic inflammation is like throwing a wrench into your hormonal machinery. It disrupts communication between cells and can directly contribute to insulin resistance. Your cells become numb to insulin's signal, so your pancreas has to shout louder, pumping out even more insulin to get the job done. This state of high inflammation and high insulin is a perfect storm for weight gain, disease, and feeling terrible. You can be eating a salad, thinking you're doing everything right, but if it's drenched in a dressing made from soybean oil, you're fanning the flames of inflammation and sabotaging your efforts from the inside out. So, if we kick out these 3 saboteurs, what do we build our new plate with? We flip the pyramid. We turn it completely upside down. The new, stable, fat-burning foundation of your plate becomes 2 things we were taught to fear: protein and healthy fat. High-quality protein from sources like grass-fed meat, pasture-raised eggs, and wild-caught fish. Protein is the building block of your body, crucial for maintaining muscle mass as you lose weight, which keeps your metabolism humming. It's also incredibly satiating. A meal centered around protein will keep you feeling full and satisfied for hours, crushing the cravings that used to derail you. Alongside it, we welcome back healthy, natural fats. Avocados, olive oil, coconut oil, butter, nuts, and the fat that naturally comes with quality animal protein. Fat is the key to hormonal health and stable, long-lasting energy. It has a minimal impact on insulin, and when your body isn't being bombarded by carbs and sugar, it relearns how to use this clean, efficient fuel source. The old lie was eating fat makes you fat. The biological truth is that eating sugar and refined carbs in the presence of fat makes you fat. By removing the hormonal trigger, the insulin spike, fat becomes your friend again. The next layer of our new pyramid is a rainbow of non-starchy vegetables. Leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, bell peppers, zucchini. These are your ticket to volume, fiber, and micronutrients without the metabolic cost. You can eat them in abundance. They fill your plate, fill your stomach, and nourish your body without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster. They are the vehicle for your healthy fats. Think a huge salad with olive oil dressing, or roasted broccoli with butter. And at the very, very tiny tip of our new pyramid, that's where we place carbohydrates, but not the refined junk. We're talking about small, strategic portions of whole food carbohydrates. A small sweet potato, a handful of berries, maybe some quinoa. These are carbs that come packaged with fiber and nutrients, slowing their absorption. They are not the foundation, they are an occasional accessory. You start to see carbs not as a staple, but as a tool to be used strategically, perhaps to fuel an intense workout or to enjoy on occasion without derailing your progress. Imagine 2 grocery carts. The before cart is filled with what we were told was a healthy American diet. A box of heart-healthy whole grain cereal, a loaf of whole wheat bread, a tub of low-fat strawberry yogurt, a case of diet soda, some granola bars for snacks, and a big jug of canola oil. It's a cart full of insulin triggers, hidden sugars, and inflammatory oils. Now picture the after cart. It's filled with a dozen pasture-raised eggs, a few avocados, a block of full-fat cheese, a package of wild-caught salmon, a big bag of spinach, a head of broccoli, a bottle of extra virgin olive oil, and a pint of fresh blueberries. This isn't a diet cart. It's a cart full of real whole food. It's a cart that builds a body that is hormonally balanced, satiated, and primed to burn its own fat for fuel. The transformation doesn't start in the gym. It starts right here in the choices you make in the grocery aisle. By building your meals this way, protein and healthy fat as the base, piled high with vegetables, with carbs as an afterthought, you are fundamentally changing the conversation you're having with your hormones. You are keeping insulin low and calm, and in that calm, your body can finally unlock its fat stores and turn on the fat-burning machinery that has been dormant for years. But what if I told you that what you eat is only half the battle? The other half, the secret that supercharges your results and breaks through stubborn plateaus, has nothing to do with food at all. It has to do with your clock. Because it turns out, when you eat might be even more important than what you eat. This idea isn't new. In fact, it's ancient. For nearly all of human history, food wasn't available 24/7. We were bound by the rhythm of the sun. We hunted and gathered during the day, and we fasted at night. Our bodies, our very DNA, evolved for this cycle of feasting and fasting. But in the modern world, we've completely broken that cycle. The refrigerator light has replaced the moonlight. We live in a state of constant feeding, from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed. And this single change has thrown our biology into chaos. The scientific term for realigning with this ancient rhythm is time-restricted eating, or as it's more famously known, intermittent fasting. And it's not a diet, it's a pattern of eating. It doesn't tell you what to eat, it tells you when to eat. And the science behind why this works is absolutely fascinating. It all comes down to a simple biological switch. Your body can run on 2 different fuel sources. Glucose, which comes from the food you just ate, or stored body fat. When you're constantly eating, you're always running on glucose. Your insulin levels are always elevated, signaling to your body to store any excess energy as fat. Your body never gets the chance to flip the switch and start burning its fat reserves. It's like owning a hybrid car but only ever using the gas engine, never letting the electric motor kick in. The fasting window is what finally allows your body to make that switch. After about 12 hours without food, your insulin levels drop significantly. This is the green light your body has been waiting for. It says, okay, no more incoming fuel. Time to tap into the reserves. And it begins to burn stored body fat for energy. This is the metabolic flexibility we've lost. But the benefits go so much deeper than just fat burning. Think about your body like a bustling city. When the city is constantly busy 24/7 with traffic and deliveries, that's your body when you're constantly eating. There's no time for maintenance. Roads get potholes, buildings get grimy, and trash piles up. The city starts to break down. But when you give the city a break, a period of quiet overnight, that's when the cleanup crews can come out. They can repair the roads, clean the buildings, and collect the trash. Your body is the exact same way. During a fasted state, your body initiates a crucial process called autophagy. It's a Greek term that literally means self-eating, and it's as amazing as it sounds. It's your body's internal recycling and quality control program. Your cells identify old, damaged, or dysfunctional components, misfolded proteins, worn-out mitochondria, cellular junk, and they break them down, recycling the raw materials to build new, healthy cell parts. It is cellular spring cleaning. It's a deep, rejuvenating process that reduces inflammation, slows down the aging process, and is linked to preventing a host of chronic diseases. This isn't just weight loss. This is cellular level renewal. This is a core secret to the glow up. You're not just getting leaner. You're literally building a younger, more efficient body from the inside out. The story of how this came into the mainstream is incredible. It centers on a researcher at the Salk Institute named Dr. Satchin Panda. He wasn't studying weight loss. He was studying circadian rhythms, the internal 24-hour clocks that govern nearly every process in our bodies. He had a theory that it wasn't just what we eat, but when we eat that was programming our health. So he designed a brilliantly simple experiment. He took two groups of genetically identical mice. He fed both groups the exact same terrible diet, high in fat, high in sugar, basically the standard American diet in a pellet. It was a recipe for obesity, diabetes, and disease. The amount of calories was identical for both groups. There was only one difference. The first group of mice could eat their unhealthy food whenever they wanted 24/7. They nibbled all day and all night, just like many of us do. The second group was given the exact same food, the same number of calories, but they could only eat it within an 8-hour window each day. For the other 16 hours, they were fasting. The results were not just significant, they were shocking. The mice that could eat around the clock became exactly what you'd expect. They got fat. They developed high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and fatty liver disease. They were on the fast track to a short, unhealthy life. But the other group, the mice that ate the same junk food but only within an 8-hour window, they were a different species entirely. They were lean. They had normal blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Their livers were healthy. They had more endurance and even slept better. They were protected from the devastating effects of a bad diet, simply by changing the timing of their meals. When scientists put this to the test in humans, they found the same principles hold true. We all have a master clock in our brain, synced to the light and dark cycle of the day. But we also have smaller clocks in almost every organ. Our liver, our pancreas, our gut. These clocks are designed to work in harmony. During the day they expect food. They rev up the machinery for digestion, metabolism, and energy storage. At night they expect a break. They switch to repair, detoxification, and rejuvenation mode. When we eat late at night, we send a confusing signal. Our brain is getting darkness cues telling it to wind down for sleep. But that late-night pizza is telling our stomach and liver that it's the middle of the day and time to work. It's a biological jet lag. Your liver doesn't know what time it is. This desynchronization is a massive source of stress on the body, driving inflammation and metabolic chaos. By simply creating a consistent window of eating, say from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., you are resyncing all those internal clocks. You're allowing your body to do the right job at the right time. And there's one more hormonal superpower that fasting unlocks: human growth hormone, or HGH. HGH is often called the fountain of youth hormone. It plays a critical role in maintaining muscle mass and promoting fat metabolism. As we age, our HGH levels naturally decline. But fasting is one of the most potent natural ways to stimulate a massive increase in HGH production. Some studies show fasting can increase HGH levels by up to 2,000% in men and 1,300% in women. This hormonal surge helps you preserve precious muscle tissue while you're losing weight, ensuring that the pounds you're shedding are coming from fat, not muscle. It's the key to achieving that lean, toned look, not a skinny fat one. So you have this trifecta of benefits. First, you flip the metabolic switch, turning your body into a fat-burning machine. Second, you activate autophagy, the deep cellular cleanup that makes you healthier and more resilient from the inside out. And third, you optimize your hormones like HGH to build a stronger, leaner physique. This is why intermittent fasting has become a cornerstone of the modern glow up. It's not about starving yourself. It's about being smart. It's about working with your body's ancient, powerful biology instead of constantly fighting against it. It's the rhythm that complements the recipe. So you've got the food right, focusing on whole, unprocessed ingredients. And now you've got the timing right, aligning your eating with your body's natural clock. You're set for life, right? Not exactly, because there's a silent saboteur lurking in your kitchen, even in your healthy foods, that can bring all this progress to a screeching halt. A hidden ingredient that's derailing millions of transformations without them even knowing it. And exposing it might just be the most important step of all. That ingredient isn't some rare, exotic chemical. It's far more common and far more deceptive. We're talking about sugar. But not just the sugar you see. Not the spoonful in your coffee or the glaze on a donut. We're talking about the sugar you don't see. The hidden sugars that have been masterfully woven into the very fabric of the American food supply, disguised as health and convenience. This is the saboteur lurking in your pantry, the ghost in your refrigerator. You see, for decades we were told the enemy was fat. The low-fat craze swept the nation. We stripped fat from everything: yogurt, milk, cookies, salad dressings. But when you remove fat, you remove flavor and texture. So, what did the food industry do to make these products palatable again? They pumped them full of sugar, and high-fructose corn syrup, and a dozen other sweeteners with scientific-sounding names. They swapped one problem for a far, far more insidious one. Think about the healthy breakfast you might have had this morning. A cup of flavored yogurt? That can have more sugar than a Twinkie. A bowl of granola? Many brands are little more than breakfast candy, with some oats thrown in for plausible deniability. That all-natural smoothie you bought? It could easily pack 50 or 60 grams of sugar, the equivalent of a 20-ounce soda. It's in your bread. It's in your pasta sauce. It's in your ketchup, your barbecue sauce, your salad dressing. These aren't treats. These are staples of the American diet, and they are saturated with the one thing that makes sustainable weight loss almost impossible. To understand why, you have to understand what sugar does to your body on a hormonal level. It's not just about empty calories. It's about a hormonal hijacking. When you consume sugar, your blood sugar spikes. In response, your pancreas releases a hormone called insulin. Insulin's job is to get that sugar out of your bloodstream and into your cells for energy. But it has another critical job. Insulin is your body's primary fat storage hormone. When insulin levels are high, a signal is sent throughout your body that says, "Stop burning fat for fuel. We have plenty of sugar coming in. Store all excess energy as fat. Lock it away." Imagine insulin as a traffic cop. When you eat a meal high in protein and healthy fats, the traffic cop calmly directs nutrients where they need to go for muscle repair and steady energy. But when you flood your system with sugar, that traffic cop panics. Sirens blare. He frantically waves all incoming traffic, all that sugar, down a one-way street that leads directly to your fat cells. Then he slams a gate shut behind it. That gate is called lipolysis, the process of releasing fat from your cells to be burned. High insulin levels lock that gate. Your body is physically blocked from accessing its own fat stores for energy. So you've just eaten, but an hour or two later you feel that crash. You're tired, irritable, and inexplicably hungry again. Why? Because that insulin surge cleared the sugar from your blood so effectively that your blood sugar is now lower than it was before you ate. Your brain, which runs on glucose, panics. It sends out powerful craving signals, demanding more quick energy, more sugar. You reach for another snack, and the whole vicious cycle starts over. It's a hormonal roller coaster, and the price of the ride is constant hunger, energy crashes, and an ever-expanding waistline. You're not weak-willed. You're caught in a biochemical trap. But it gets worse. Sugar also messes with your I'm full hormones. The two key players are ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and leptin, the satiety hormone. Ghrelin tells you to eat. Leptin tells you to stop. A balanced meal of protein, fiber, and fat triggers a healthy response. Ghrelin goes down, leptin goes up. You feel satisfied. Sugar, particularly fructose, does the opposite. It doesn't suppress ghrelin properly, and it interferes with your brain's ability to even hear the signals from leptin. This is a condition called leptin resistance. Your body is screaming, "We're full. We have enough energy stored to last for weeks." But your brain's ears are plugged. All it can hear is the whisper of hunger. You are literally starving in the midst of plenty, eating more and more while your body continues to pack away fat it can't even use. This is the deception of the health halo. Marketers are brilliant at using trigger words to make you feel good about your choices. Organic, natural, made with real fruit, gluten-free. A bag of organic cane sugar is still a bag of sugar. A natural fruit juice concentrate is still a concentrated blast of sugar. We see a green label with a picture of a farm on it and our brains short-circuit, assuming the contents are good for us. We don't even bother to turn it over and read the label. Let me tell you about Sarah, a client I once knew. She was the picture of effort. She woke up at 5 a.m. for spin class. She packed her own lunch every day. She ate salads with light vinaigrette, had a granola bar for a snack, and a healthy choice frozen meal for dinner. She was doing everything she'd been told to do, yet the scale wouldn't budge. She was exhausted, frustrated, and started to believe her body was just broken. She felt like a failure. One day we sat down and did an audit of her healthy diet. Her morning yogurt packet, 22 grams of sugar. Her mid-morning granola bar, 18 grams of sugar. Her light raspberry vinaigrette on her salad, 10 grams of sugar and 2 tablespoons. Her whole wheat bread for her turkey sandwich, 4 grams of sugar per slice. Her pasta sauce with her whole wheat pasta, 12 grams of sugar per half-cup serving. Before she even considered a dessert, she was consuming over 80 grams of hidden sugar a day. That's the equivalent of 20 teaspoons of pure table sugar. 20. The look on her face was a mixture of horror and relief. Horror at the deception, but relief that it wasn't her fault. It wasn't a lack of willpower. It wasn't a broken metabolism. She was unknowingly fueling the very hormonal cycle that was keeping her trapped. So I want you to do something right now, or as soon as this video is over. I want you to become a food detective. Go to your kitchen, pick up 5 items you consider healthy. A jar of pasta sauce, a bottle of salad dressing, a box of cereal, a protein bar, your favorite yogurt. Now, ignore the marketing on the front and turn it over to the nutrition facts. Find the line that says sugars or added sugars. Here's the only math you need to know. There are 4 grams of sugar in 1 teaspoon. So take the number of grams on that label and divide it by 4. That's how many teaspoons of sugar are in 1 serving. That healthy barbecue sauce with 16 grams of sugar per serving? That's 4 teaspoons of sugar you're slathering on your chicken. That can of tomato soup with 20 grams? 5 teaspoons of sugar. Would you ever sit down and eat 5 dry spoonfuls of sugar? Of course not. But we do it every single day without a second thought because it's hidden. Look at the ingredients list. Sugar is a master of disguise. It goes by over 60 different names. High fructose corn syrup, dextrose, fructose, sucrose, maltodextrin, barley malt, cane juice, fruit juice concentrate, agave nectar, brown rice syrup. If one of these is in the top 5 ingredients, you are essentially eating a sugar product. This isn't about being perfect. It's not about never eating sugar again. It's about awareness. It's about taking back control from the food companies who have profited from our confusion. Because once you see the matrix, you can't unsee it. Once you understand the hormonal game being played inside your own body, you can finally stop playing by their rules and start writing your own. Eliminating this hidden saboteur is the single most powerful first step you can take. It stops the roller coaster. It allows your hormones to reset. It opens the lock on your fat cells. But simply removing the bad stuff isn't the whole story. To truly accelerate the glow up, to turn your body into a fat-burning machine, you have to replace it with the right stuff. You have to learn the language of your metabolism and give it the specific building blocks it needs, not just to lose weight, but to build a lean, energetic, and resilient body. And that all starts with one specific macronutrient that most Americans are chronically undereating. The one that controls hunger, builds calorie-burning muscle, and jumpstarts your entire metabolic engine. That macronutrient is protein. And I know what you might be thinking. Protein? That's it? That's the big secret. Sounds almost too simple, too obvious. We've all heard that protein is important. But hearing something and truly understanding its earth-shattering impact on your body are two completely different things. The reason so many weight loss attempts fail, the reason people feel hungry, tired, and weak while dieting, is because they fundamentally misunderstand the power of this one nutrient. It's not just a part of the puzzle, it's the entire frame that holds the picture together. Let's start with the most immediate effect: hunger. The constant, gnawing feeling of hunger is the #1 reason diets fail. It's not a lack of willpower. It's a battle against your own biology. And it's a battle you will lose unless you have the right weapon. Protein is that weapon. Of the 3 macronutrients, protein, fats, and carbs, protein is by far the most satiating. It triggers the release of hormones in your gut, like PY and GLP-1. That send a powerful signal to your brain saying, hey, we're full. We're satisfied. You can stop searching for food now. Eating a carb-heavy breakfast like a bagel or a bowl of cereal is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. You get a quick burst of energy, followed by a blood sugar crash that leaves you starving and reaching for snacks an hour later. A protein-rich breakfast like scrambled eggs or a Greek yogurt bowl is like putting a heavy, slow-burning log on the fire. It provides steady, sustained energy and satisfaction that can carry you for hours. This isn't about willpower. It's about chemistry. By simply front-loading your day with protein, you silence the biological screams for sugar and snacks that derail so many people. But controlling hunger is just the opening act. The main event is what protein does for your metabolism. Imagine your body as a car. Calories are the fuel. Most people think the goal is just to put less fuel in the tank. But what if you could upgrade your car's engine so it burns through fuel more efficiently, even when it's just sitting in the driveway? That's what protein does. This is thanks to something called the thermic effect of food, or TEF. It's a fancy term for a simple concept. Your body has to burn calories just to digest the food you eat. For fats and carbs, this effect is minimal, maybe 3 to 10%. But for protein, it's a whopping 20 to 30%. This means if you eat 100 calories from pure protein, your body uses 20 to 30 of those calories just to process it. You are literally burning more calories simply by choosing a high-protein food over a high-carb or high-fat one. It's like getting a 20 to 30% metabolic discount on every meal. Over a day, a week, a month, this adds up to a significant amount of effortless fat loss. You are turning your digestive system into an active, calorie-burning ally in your weight loss journey. And this brings us to the most critical role of protein, the one that separates a temporary weight loss from a permanent glow-up transformation. When you are in a calorie deficit to lose weight, your body needs to get that missing energy from somewhere. Ideally, it gets it from your stored body fat. But your body is a survival machine, and it doesn't always play by our rules. If you don't give it a very good reason not to, it will also break down your metabolically active muscle tissue for energy. This is a disaster. It's like trying to save money by selling the tools you need for your job. Muscle is your body's metabolic engine. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn 24/7, even while you sleep. Every pound of muscle on your body is like a tiny furnace, constantly burning calories to sustain itself. When you lose muscle during a diet, you are effectively downsizing your furnace. Your metabolism slows down, making it harder and harder to lose weight. This is the dreaded plateau. And worse, when you eventually stop dieting, you now have a slower metabolism than when you started, making you prone to gaining all the weight back and then some, mostly as fat. This is the yo-yo dieting trap that millions are stuck in. Protein is the escape key. Providing your body with adequate protein while in a calorie deficit sends a powerful signal. Hands off the muscle. We have plenty of building blocks coming in. So go ahead and burn that stored body fat instead. It protects your precious calorie-burning muscle tissue, ensuring that the weight you lose is overwhelmingly fat, not muscle. This is the secret to not just losing weight, but sculpting your body. It allows you to reveal the lean, toned physique underneath, instead of just becoming a smaller, softer version of yourself. This is how you achieve the glow-up look, strong, healthy, and vibrant, not depleted and frail. So, how much protein do you actually need? The standard government recommendations are shockingly low, designed merely to prevent deficiency, not to help you thrive. For a true transformation, you need to think differently. A fantastic and simple target for most people looking to lose fat and build or preserve muscle is to aim for around 1 gram of protein per pound of your ideal body weight. Or, to make it even simpler, start by aiming for a minimum of 30 grams of protein with every meal. 30 grams. That's your new magic number. What does that look like? It's about a palm-sized portion of chicken breast, a can of tuna, a scoop and a half of protein powder, or a large cup of Greek yogurt. By making sure each of your 3 main meals hits this 30-gram target, you automatically get 90 grams of high-quality protein, which is a game-changing amount for most people. This strategy, known as protein pacing, ensures your body has a steady supply of amino acids throughout the day to repair muscle, manage hunger, and keep your metabolic engine humming. And this isn't just for bodybuilders lifting heavy weights. This is for the stay-at-home mom who wants to have the energy to play with her kids. It's for the office worker who wants to shed the stubborn belly fat. It's for anyone who wants to lose weight and keep it off for good. And it's not just about meat. Excellent protein can be found in eggs, dairy, fish, and for plant-based eaters, in combinations of beans, lentils, tofu, and high-quality vegan protein powders. The source matters less than the consistency. The glow-up goes beyond the number on the scale. It's about how you look and feel. And protein is the foundation of that, too. Your hair, your skin, your nails, they are all made of protein. Specifically, proteins like collagen and keratin. When you are under-eating protein, your body has to triage. It will prioritize essential functions, and things like hair quality and skin radiance get put on the back burner. Have you ever noticed how people on crash diets often look gaunt, with thinning hair and dull skin? It's a direct result of protein deficiency. When you start giving your body enough protein, you're not just feeding your muscles. You're providing the raw materials for strong nails, shiny hair, and firm, glowing skin. You are literally rebuilding yourself from the inside out. So we've established that protein is the undisputed king. It controls hunger, boosts your metabolism, and protects your muscle, all while making your hair, skin, and nails look better. It's the closest thing we have to a magic bullet. But what about its 2 sidekicks, carbohydrates and fats? For decades, we've been told they are the enemy. We've been taught to fear bread, to run from rice, and to believe that eating fat makes you fat. This has led to an entire generation of people who are confused, frustrated, and terrified of their own dinner plate. But what if I told you that this fear is not only misplaced, it's actively sabotaging your glow up? What if carbs could actually accelerate your fat loss, and the right fats could turn on your body's fat-burning genes? The war on carbs and fats has been one of the biggest nutritional blunders of our time, and it's time to call a truce. Because to truly build a resilient, energetic, and lean body, you don't just need the king. You need the entire royal court working in your favor. Let's talk about that royal court. The 2 members who have been most slandered, most misunderstood, and most feared in the entire kingdom of nutrition: carbohydrates and fats. For decades, they've been painted as the villains, the traitors in the court, secretly plotting to expand your waistline and ruin your health. We've been told to banish them, to lock them in the dungeon, and to live on a diet of chicken breast and broccoli forever. This is where the modern weight loss story goes horribly wrong. It's a narrative that creates deficiency, not strength. Let's start with public enemy number 1, the carbohydrate. The very word can make someone on a diet flinch. We picture pasta, bread, and sugar, and the immediate association is weight gain. The rise of keto and ultra-low-carb diets has cemented this idea that carbs are the devil. But what if I told you that carbohydrates are your body's minister of energy? They are the primary, preferred, and most efficient fuel source for your muscles and your brain. Trying to build a vibrant, energetic body without carbs is like trying to run a kingdom's entire economy without any currency. It's slow, inefficient, and eventually everything just grinds to a halt. The problem isn't the carbohydrate itself. It's the vast difference between the members of the carbohydrate family. Think of it this way. Simple carbs like white bread, sugary cereals, and candy are like lighting a piece of paper on fire. You get a huge, brilliant flash of flame. That's your sugar rush. It's intense, but it's gone in seconds. And what are you left with? A pile of ash, a feeling of emptiness, and an immediate need to light another piece of paper. This is the blood sugar roller coaster. The spike triggers a massive release of insulin, your body's primary fat storage hormone. Insulin's job is to get that sugar out of your blood, and its favorite place to store the excess is in your fat cells. Then comes the crash, the fatigue, the brain fog, and the intense cravings for more fast energy. It's a vicious cycle that keeps you tired, hungry, and in a constant state of fat storage. Now let's look at the other side of the family: complex carbohydrates. These are the slow-burning logs for your metabolic fireplace. Think sweet potatoes, quinoa, brown rice, beans, and oats. When you eat these, you're not lighting a piece of paper. You're putting a dense oak log on the fire. It doesn't flare up. It catches slowly and provides a steady, sustained release of heat and energy for hours. There's no dramatic sugar spike, so there's no dramatic insulin surge. Your energy levels are stable. Your hunger is managed. Your brain is focused. And most importantly, you're providing your muscles with the premium fuel they need to power you through a workout, to recover, and to grow. This is the secret that anti-carb gurus don't tell you. Muscle is metabolically active. The more you have, the more calories you burn at rest. To build that muscle, you need to train hard. To train hard, you need energy. The best source of that high-intensity energy is glucose, which comes from carbohydrates. By strategically using complex carbs, especially around your workouts, you are literally fueling the construction of a faster metabolism. Your muscles post-workout are like dry sponges, ready to soak up that glucose to replenish and repair themselves, not to be stored as fat. Cutting them out completely is like sending your construction crew to build a skyscraper with no power tools. It's a recipe for burnout and failure. Now for the second maligned courtier, fat. If carbs were public enemy number one, fat was the boogeyman hiding in the closet for 40 years. The low-fat craze of the 80s and 90s was a cultural phenomenon. We were told unequivocally that fat makes you fat and clogs your arteries, so we stripped the fat out of everything. We ate low-fat cookies, fat-free yogurt, and skinless everything. And what happened? America got fatter and sicker than ever before. Why? Because when you remove fat from food, you remove flavor and satiety. So food companies replaced it with something far more insidious: sugar and refined carbohydrates. We traded a misunderstood but essential nutrient for a genuinely destructive one. Healthy fat is not the enemy. It is the minister of infrastructure and communication. It is absolutely essential for the function of your kingdom. Let's start with your hormones. Hormones are the messengers that run your entire body, controlling everything from your mood and energy levels to your metabolism and sex drive. And many of your most important hormones, like testosterone and estrogen, are built from cholesterol and fatty acids. A low-fat diet can lead to a hormonal crisis. You feel tired, irritable, and your metabolism can slow to a crawl. Your glow-up is literally powered by hormones, and those hormones are built from fat. Then there's your brain. Your brain is nearly 60% fat. It needs a constant supply of healthy fats, particularly omega-3s, to function properly. These fats build cell membranes, reduce inflammation, and improve signaling between brain cells. A deficiency in healthy fats can lead to brain fog, poor memory, and even depression. The clarity, focus, and mental sharpness that come with a true transformation are a direct result of properly fueling your brain. And let's not forget, fat is the key to unlocking other nutrients. Vitamins A, D, E, and K are fat-soluble. This means your body cannot absorb them without the presence of fat. You can eat the biggest, most colorful salad in the world, packed with all those vitamins, but if you put a fat-free dressing on it, you're getting a fraction of the benefit. A little olive oil, a few slices of avocado, or a handful of nuts is what actually allows your body to absorb the goodness from the rest of your food. It's the key that unlocks the treasure chest. Just like carbs, not all fats are created equal. You have the outright villain, trans fats. These are artificially created fats found in many processed foods, designed to extend shelf life. They are poison. They create inflammation and are directly linked to heart disease. They are the assassins in the court. Then you have the workhorses, the heroes. Monounsaturated fats found in avocados, olive oil, and almonds, and polyunsaturated fats, like the omega-3s in fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds. These are the fats that build your brain, balance your hormones, fight inflammation, and give you glowing skin and healthy hair. They are the master architects and diplomats of your body. So, the war between protein, carbs, and fats was a civil war that never should have happened. It was based on misunderstanding and marketing. A kingdom with only a king, protein, is a brutalist regime with no energy or communication. A kingdom with only an energy minister, carbs, burns bright and fast before collapsing into chaos. A kingdom with only an infrastructure minister, fats, has beautiful roads and bridges but no one with the energy to use them. True health, a true transformation, requires the entire royal court working in harmony. Imagine your plate. This is your daily council meeting. For most meals, half of that plate should be filled with non-starchy vegetables, the citizens of your kingdom. They provide the fiber, vitamins, and minerals that keep everything running. 1/4 of the plate should be your lean protein source, the king providing structure and strength. The other quarter should be a high-fiber, complex carbohydrate, the minister of energy, fueling your day. And drizzled on top or integrated within is your healthy fat source, the minister of infrastructure, ensuring all the messages get delivered and the foundation is solid. This isn't a diet of deprivation. It's a blueprint for construction. It's about building, fueling, and communicating. It's about honoring the profound and distinct roles that each macronutrient plays. When you stop seeing food as a collection of good and evil components and start seeing it as a team of synergistic allies, everything changes. You stop fighting your body and you start working with it. You provide the raw materials and your body, in its incredible wisdom, performs the miracle of transformation. But here's the final piece of the puzzle, the one that so many people miss even when they get the food right. You can have the perfect king, the perfect ministers, and the perfect citizens, but if the kingdom itself is constantly under siege from an invisible enemy, it will eventually crumble. We've meticulously planned the hardware, the proteins, carbs, and fats that build your physical body, but we haven't talked about the software that runs it, the operating system that determines whether those nutrients are used for energy and repair, or shunted directly into storage. This is where the last and perhaps most critical battle for your glow-up is won or lost. It happens not on your plate, but in your sleep, in your stress, and in the rhythms of your daily life. This invisible architecture of your health is governed by a trio of powerful forces: your hormones, your stress levels, and your body's internal clock. A failure to understand this is why so many people hit a wall. They do everything right on the surface, they track every calorie, they sweat through every workout, but underneath, a storm of hormonal chaos is silently sabotaging every ounce of their effort. It's like trying to bail out a boat with a massive, unseen hole in the bottom. You can row as hard as you want, but you're still going to sink. The first and most common saboteur is a lack of quality sleep. We live in a culture that glorifies the hustle, that wears sleep deprivation like a badge of honor. But from a biological standpoint, skipping sleep is one of the most destructive things you can do to your metabolism. When you sleep, your body isn't just offline. It's running a critical maintenance and recalibration sequence. A key part of this sequence is managing the two hormones that control your appetite: ghrelin and leptin. Think of ghrelin as the green light for hunger. It's the hormone that sends roaring hunger signals from your stomach to your brain, saying, "Feed me now." Leptin, on the other hand, is the red light. It's released from your fat cells and tells your brain, "We're full. We have enough energy. You can stop eating." In a well-rested body, these two hormones work in a beautiful, balanced rhythm. But when you're sleep-deprived, that entire system goes haywire. Just one night of poor sleep is enough to send your ghrelin levels soaring and your leptin levels plummeting. You wake up with the hormonal profile of a starving person. Your body is screaming for food, and the stop signal is barely a whisper. And it gets worse. The cravings it produces aren't for broccoli and grilled chicken. Sleep deprivation specifically amplifies your brain's desire for high-calorie, high-sugar, high-fat foods. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational decision-making and impulse control, becomes impaired. Meanwhile, the more primitive, reward-seeking parts of your brain are firing on all cylinders. So you're not just hungrier. You're hungrier for junk food, and you have less willpower to resist it. It's a perfect storm for weight gain, a biological trap set by a modern lifestyle. You think you're just tired, but your body is actively working against your glow-up goals, all because it missed its nightly repair cycle. This leads directly to the second saboteur: chronic stress. Our bodies are equipped with an ancient survival mechanism, the fight-or-flight response, orchestrated by the hormone cortisol. When our ancestors faced a saber-toothed tiger, a surge of cortisol was a lifesaver. It flooded the body with readily available energy by breaking down tissues and raising blood sugar, preparing them to either fight the predator or run for their lives. The problem is, in the 21st century, our bodies can't tell the difference between a saber-toothed tiger and a looming work deadline, a traffic jam, or a stressful notification on our phone. We are triggering this emergency life-or-death response dozens of times a day. Our cortisol levels aren't just spiking, they're staying chronically elevated. And chronically high cortisol is a metabolic disaster. First, it directly signals your body to store fat, particularly visceral fat, the dangerous inflammatory fat that wraps around your internal organs in your midsection. Your body, perceiving a constant state of crisis, thinks it needs to hoard energy for the tough times ahead. It's in permanent survival mode. Second, to get that quick energy it thinks it needs, cortisol breaks down your most metabolically active tissue, your muscle. So while you're at the gym trying to build muscle to boost your metabolism, chronic stress is working behind the scenes to tear it down. And third, just like sleep deprivation, high cortisol sends powerful cravings for comfort foods. It's your brain's way of seeking a quick, pleasurable hit of dopamine to counteract the feeling of being stressed. So you end up storing more belly fat, losing precious muscle, and battling intense cravings for the very foods you're trying to avoid. Your stress isn't just in your head. It's physically reshaping your body in the exact opposite way you want. Finally, we have the master controller, the conductor of your body's entire orchestra, your circadian rhythm. This is your 24-hour internal clock that dictates nearly every process in your body, from hormone release to body temperature to, crucially, your metabolism. This clock is designed to be set by one primary cue: light. When sunlight hits your eyes in the morning, it sends a powerful signal to your brain that says, the day has begun. Fire up the engines. It's time to be active and metabolize food. Conversely, as darkness falls, it signals that it's time to wind down, repair, and rest. Our modern lives have declared war on this ancient rhythm. We stay up late, bathed in the blue light from our screens, which tricks our brains into thinking it's still daytime. We eat at erratic hours, sometimes having our largest meal just before bed. We live in a state of perpetual social jet lag, where our internal clock is completely out of sync with our daily life. This has profound consequences for how our bodies process food. Your metabolism is not a static 24/7 machine. It has its own rhythm. It's primed and most efficient during the day, when your body expects to be active and eating. At night, your digestive system, your insulin sensitivity, and your metabolic rate all naturally downregulate, preparing for the fasting and repair period of sleep. When you eat a large meal late at night, you're essentially dropping a huge workload on a system that has already clocked out for the day. Your body is less sensitive to insulin, so it struggles to manage the blood sugar spike. It's less efficient at burning those calories for energy. So what does it do? It takes the path of least resistance. It shunts those calories directly into fat storage. Two people can eat the exact same meal with the exact same calories, but the person who eats it at 10 p.m. will have a much more detrimental metabolic response than the person who eats it at noon. It's not just what you eat, but when you eat, that dictates the outcome. These three forces, sleep, stress, and rhythm, are not separate issues. They are a tightly interconnected web. Poor sleep jacks up your cortisol. High cortisol disrupts your sleep patterns. Both of them throw your circadian rhythm into total disarray, which in turn worsens your sleep and stress response. It's a vicious, self-perpetuating cycle. This is the unseen battle. This is the reason why the eat less, move more mantra fails so many people. They are fighting a war on two fronts, a conscious one against calories and an unconscious one against their own dysregulated biology. And the unconscious one is almost always more powerful. So the final and perhaps most profound stage of the glow up isn't about a new diet hack or a secret workout. It's about becoming a master of your own environment and your own internal state. It's about shifting your focus from punishing your body to supporting it. Instead of just asking how many calories are in this, start asking, how will this support my sleep? Or will this help me manage my stress? The solution is to create routines and rituals that honor your biology. Create a non-negotiable wind-down period an hour before bed, no screens, just dim light, maybe some light reading or stretching. This tells your brain it's time to produce melatonin and prepare for restorative sleep. Make it a priority to get 10 minutes of direct morning sunlight as soon as you can after waking up. It's the most powerful signal you can send to reset your circadian clock for the entire day. And when you feel that wave of stress hit, don't just power through it. Take 2 minutes. Step away. Focus on 5 deep, slow breaths, making your exhale longer than your inhale. This simple act can activate your parasympathetic nervous system, telling your body the saber-toothed tiger is gone, and it can stand down from high alert. This is the true meaning of a glow up. The viral transformation videos, the stunning before and afters, they capture our attention because they show a dramatic external change. But what they don't show is the profound internal shift that had to happen first. The real transformation isn't just losing weight. It's the moment you stop seeing your body as an enemy to be conquered and start seeing it as an ally to be understood. The glow up isn't just about the reflection in the mirror. It's the feeling of waking up rested and energized. It's the mental clarity that comes from a balanced nervous system. It's the quiet confidence of knowing you are finally in sync with yourself. The physical change that the world sees is merely the beautiful, inevitable byproduct of a body that is no longer at war with itself. It's the glow of true health, radiating from the inside out. That is the transformation that lasts. That is the glow up worth fighting for.